So we've got the goofy footer up against the regular footer. R.Esquievel, the pride of the Philippines, ranked third coming into this. Max Weston, living in Melbourne, formerly of Sydney, silky smooth regular footer. Kai Ellis-Flint in his corner as a mentor, supporter and good friend. But JR up early on this one, holding a close 5 there. Nice carving back to the pocket. Just bouncing off the whitewater there to get things started. Surf slowing down a little bit in consistency, but the lines of today at Bells Beach, absolutely perfect.
And there has been lots of opportunity out there still in heat. When the waves do come through, they're great. But JR going down on that last section there.
Over here as well as Joe Marie. This is the replay, Harry.
Yeah, off to a great start here. Nice 5 high and tight. Sort of brings it into a tight 5. Not quite the 10, but a bouncy roundhouse section there. And now he just tries to weave his way through some of the softer sections of the wave, ticking up some points with another little tap to the nose. But this is where he came unstuck. Sort of landed on his barm on the floater there, and a little bit of an awkward fall. But yeah, great start here. Little tap of the 10.
Yeah,
so
the judges will appreciate how close the hang 5, the elongated 5 is, not super stretched out as well. That Luffy surfboard, a unique rocker, will get more into the board design, but here's smooth Max Weston, leashless out there, a bit more connected. Taking off the leash, but looking to improve that connection to the board. As he trims through the inside, he gets the reform.
He's going to want to make stamp a point of difference here by finishing strongly. Doesn't really get the opportunity there to hit it off the lip, but really solid surfing there from Max. He'll be happy with that start. More focused on being really smooth, as you can see here. Beautiful start, little tap to the nose and a smooth cut back. But yeah, Max tending to run a pretty solo program down around these events. He's got Kai that he talks really closely with and surfs with all the time, of course, but doesn't travel with a big pack like the Filipino. But he'll be confident with this start.
And that is typical of Max throughout his career. A little bit of a solo guy. He's his own person as he's mid-board trimming, but his style, it is very unique. You can say it draws similarities. To look at the replay during the inset of that interview, Harry gets the hang 10 on the outside.
Yeah, the hang 10, you've got to do it if you want to get the high good into the excellent score range. Started off well, and that Luffy board, it's got such a thin foil tail, Matt. I'd love to get a shot down there later today of one of these boards on the beach. So thin, and he's really making it work. Tapping on the nose on the inside again, a really strong wave from the Filipino surfer.
Looking at the first wave, which is typically not the best one, but this one's lining up perfectly. He stays high, gets to the nose, steps back into the turn.
Yeah, I think there's a bit more freedom to go the first wave of the set here today, having the lulls in between, but the wave face is still really clean, but he has gotten caught behind a little bit here. It'll be interesting to see if JR's on the one behind him, but he's doing some good work through the inside here, Chono.
Great lines off the heels and onto the toes, gliding his way through the inside. He goes up the Rio and comes down, can't ride out. That board just getting obliterated into the shore break, and you can see the whitewash dissipating as it rolls back off the beach.
Got stuck there, but off to a good start. High nose ride, the board doesn't quite lock in, it drifts down, and dramatic down carve in the wind there. This is where Max gets stuck a little bit behind the white water, but he sticks with it, and the wave offers up more opportunity as he comes through the inside with the beautiful carving cut back. I love how he goes from rail to rail on those turns. Bit of a 5 there too. Let's see this finish. It was looking hectic from the drone angle.
To show off his nose riding, he had to do something at the end. Here goes JR. Beautiful hang 10 there through the bowl. The waves turning on in this quarterfinal. Number 1 of the men's drop knee. Bottom turn here. Silky smooth footwork filling in the gaps. And just can't get down the bottom of that one, but some great work done on the outside, perhaps replacing that 5-point ride.
Diversity in his manoeuvres there. But this is the one that they're looking for. The 10, stand tall. R.Esquievel into a big carving cutback and drop me as he fades back around. Gets another tap too, so getting busy in the most important part of the wave. He doesn't get the link up through the inside, but some great angles coming through the lovely shrubbery around here on the hill at Bells. It's just a magic part of the world, and there's some magic surfing going on. Hang 10 like I thought they were going to, Chono, but maybe just recognising that he didn't get through to the inside, and after Max's wild performance hitting that shore break section, they're looking for fireworks off the end of these ones.
Good flow between the turns for Max. He's going to look for a dynamic finish here. Keeps the board connected between the rail. He gets a little hang 10 on the inside and goes complete and rides out of that one. So a nice answer back there, looking to chip away at an 8.67. I don't think it'll be the excellent score required, but at 11 minutes remaining, doing just what he has to.
Could have seen her on the world stage, but plenty of time for her. She's still a grom. But Max catching up with this wave out the back, gets a nice 5 out the back. Not the extended hang 10 that we see from his competitor, but really beautiful smooth surfing. I love Max's style. The drop knee's really beautiful. And he's milking it through the inside with a little sneaky 10 there. And the float to finish. Well done from Max.
The big dream, and to see what JR's done and help them realise that is exceptional. In the breakdown, this is what Max did. Another wave to drop.
Live action, getting off to... Oh, sorry, we missed some live action. Getting off to a great start there, Max. Lovely hang 10 out the back. He's probably identified that that was a great score on a mid-sized wave, and he's going to keep busy and trying to build on this one here. Looking good so far. What can he do on the end? Oh, misses that section there. Again, off to a great start. Hang 5 into a turn. That 5's right in the bowl. Super technical nose riding from JR. He's got an opportunity here to stamp his mark on this quarterfinal. He's out in the lead already, but he's got to have a big finish to improve on that 6.83. Can he do it?
Oh, goes down as well.
Excited to see what's on the horizon for Max Weston. He's looking for a 7.83. Talk us through this one, Matt.
Yeah, fading through this again. Trademark, effortless style. The wind gets under the board a bit, but it pushes him high on the wave. Stretches across the wall on this, looking for a 10. He gets it, just a touch. And pumping from the middle of the board.
Sort of kick out and avoid that situation, but what a start he got off to here. A little bauble, but this really long 5. I was comparing them in the inset screen with JR. He's so much higher on the wave face there. Got the hang 10 and beautiful trim through that super steep, windy part of the bowl. Just weaving back towards the source here, getting low, trying to trim through. Comes back in, and I can't wait to watch this from the beach angle. Another lovely turn there. Here's where, as a free surfer, you're doing a little nose ride. You're trying to kick out, but...
This one was a 6.33 from JR. Didn't improve his situation. Incredible long nose ride through the low part of the wave there. And came unstuck as he raced through this section. So a lot of credit there for that one nose ride. He's wasting no time, respecting his opposition. Close 5, gets a 10. On his heels here, trying to hope this wave will open up. Calm, turn back, but bogs the rail a little bit.
Non-stop action in this heat. I can't believe we're in the last 30, 40 seconds. JR coming through the inside. He's trying to stay busy. Look at the water in his wetsuit from a previous fall. Looks like he's wearing flares. Again, onto the shore. It is radical on the high tides out here. And there was such a big flurry to finish. And JR, he was putting it all on the table. A nice hang 10 to start. Trimming through the inside here. Little bit of a bog there. Not what he wanted. It looks like that's where the water got up in his wetsuit, because it just appears out of nowhere. But he's weaving through the inside. Riding that awesome loopy board, big nose ride, but just a couple of baubles. It's not looking like excellent surfing. Putting it all on the line. Max.
Last exchange, 15 seconds remaining, and Weston potentially chasing a score. Up on the nose, carving it back. He's going to need a dynamic finish here. And it's been fireworks in this heat with the shore break. Stepping back, and now the inside, it rears its head. He's up on the nose, and he's going to go for it on the end. Racing away.
Well, expect something.
Oh, and another one.
That board has copped a beating in this heat, Matty.
Yeah, that one came in at a 5.1, and this is the Max's wave before last. So we haven't locked in a score for this yet. Beautiful carve back into the whitewater. He already had the lead. Needing JR was requiring an excellent score on the one before last. So this one coming in as a 6.8. And the judges confirming that Max Weston did do enough to take the win. So Melbourneian Max Weston taking the win. 15.96 heat total from R.Esquievel. 14.5. The Filipino with a really strong performance, getting beaten by the stylish and flowing Max Weston.
The anguish when he first heard the scores of knowing that he didn't do enough for it, but as soon as they announced the winner, straight into congratulating Max Weston. This is a great sport that we're a part of, Matty.